I mean, I'm cutting this down to the smallest numbers I can, and I'd still come up with a big number. So $2.5 million in repairs, replacements, and another 700, call it 800,000. Now we're looking at $3.3 million, all from selling those memberships, those 8,000 memberships, right?
Power of compounding.
Yeah, 3.3 million. And I didn't have to market for it. So my marketing cost is virtually zero.
From Sarah Systems and Billy Go, this is No BS with Billy Stevens and Landon Brewer, the unfiltered, straight-shooting podcast that dives deep into the heart of home service trades to uncover the truth about running your business. You're entering the No BS zone with Billy and Landon.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to the No BS with Billy and Landon. We're so happy to have you here today. And we're going to continue on with our series of maintenance agreements versus memberships. This is part 2. Today's topics about this is the benefits of the memberships and why 500 members per million in revenue is the goal that you need to reach and what happens when you do. And then the ability to forecast your future growth during the shoulder system because of the memberships you sold that previous year. And so without further ado, I'd like to introduce my partner in crime here, Mr. Landon Brewer. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fabulous. Billy, would you say that we're friends?
Sure. Yeah, man.
And we're going to talk about benefits? Are we friends talking about benefits? Are we friends with benefits? What would you say?
All I'd say is I'm from Texas, and that stuff you're talking about in California doesn't compute here. What you fruits and nuts do out there, I don't know.
Sorry, you got me all excited about the benefits.
Well, we just lost half of our viewers, but hey, we'll keep trucking on here. Way to go, Mr. Landon. I knew you'd be good for something, running people off. Hey, we do appreciate y'all joining us today. We're excited. I mean, we're talking about something that's really a game changer for our businesses, and it's so valuable. I mean, we're just pumped up about it. I'm not even on a Red Bull like he is. I mean, he's probably got 2 of them over there sitting, ready to go. But I don't need them. I just need to talk about memberships.
I'd go so far as to say, this is, I don't want to put too many words in your mouth, but I'd go so far as to say you plan your entire business around this.
Absolutely.
You've planned your entire business around membership agreements, the benefits and the results of membership agreements.
Without a doubt, sir. I mean, I knew how quickly we sold memberships in my previous company when we started implementing that. That when we started this one, that was going to be in the very forefront of what we do. And so that's why we built Sarah the price book so that it could help us sell as many of these as possible. And it takes the selling process out. Actually, you don't sell them at all. With the discounting that is provided because you're a member, it pays for the membership and you still save money. And so we take the selling process out of it. And when you stop selling to a customer, like say, for instance, you're trying to sell them something, an air conditioner or a repair or water heater, whatever you're trying to sell them. And then on top of that, you're trying to sell a maintenance agreement. You're wearing out your customer. They just don't want to be sold to all the time. And so why don't we just give you a big discount and included in that is this membership. And here's all the benefits of the membership. What are those benefits? Let's talk about that. There's no tune-ups associated with the membership, okay? I want everybody to understand that. We talked about that in the first episode, so if you haven't seen that, go back to that. This is the previous week. The other benefits is you get an instant discount, 15, 20%, however you set it up in our price book, and it manages it for you at all times. Now, the key is that membership price, that discounted price, is actually the price you need to be profitable. So if you want a 20% profit, you set your pricing in the Sarah price book to be a 20% profit, and there you go. And then the non-member pricing is, higher than that. The price is higher than that, and therefore you're showing a discount. Customers love discounts. We all know that's true. It works every day. And then the key metric that you look for as well. Some other benefits real quickly before I move on to a key metric. The other benefits are, in our world, we love to offer 1-hour appointment windows. I know that's a whole nother series of podcasts, and we'll get into that in another day. But if you were the only company or one of several companies in your area, like we have here in DFW, the folks that are doing the 1 hour appointments are killing it right now. We've had rain all summer. We're not having the summer the rest of the country is, but we're growing like crazy, and other companies are laying off. The big ones are laying off a lot around here. And we're not, because we've created this membership base and it's created all this ability to get some work done. And we're known as the company that gets there in 1 hour, in 1 hour an appointment, and we give discounts. Who wouldn't want to do business with us? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what it comes down to. It's that simple. And along the way, we're not selling any memberships. We're not selling any tune-ups appointments with this, right? We're not obligating ourselves to do that. And you think to yourself, well, if you don't obligate yourself to tune-ups, how do I stay busy in the off season? Well, it's very simple. You decide who has equipment that's 10 years or older, and you call them and tell them, hey, by the way, we're offering them free tune-up since you have a membership. Thank you for being a loyal customer. And they let you come out. And you didn't send them any preconceived notions about all this maintenance you're going to do and make it last forever. Now you can talk about IAQ. You can talk about ductwork. You can talk about upgrading their system, because you didn't tell them that their maintenance will keep their system lasting longer or void their warranty if they didn't do it.
Yeah.
We didn't have any of that conversation. Now we can talk about stuff.
It's like, sometimes I think about this. It's like, okay, the objective might just be to be the least amount of pain in the ass for a customer as possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like not having a good day. They're not having a good day. You want to be convenient. You want to be quick. You want to give them discounts. You want to give them great service. They want to make them as happy as possible, as fast as possible, and then move along to the next, right?
That's right.
And so the objective isn't to just keep hitting them over the head with stuff and keep selling them stuff. It's just to not be a pain in the ass. And so if you think about your entire service protocol, like you built everything in Billy Go and Sarah around memberships, right? You built your marketing,
everything
plan around membership. You built your sales and service protocol around membership. You build your budget around memberships. You make it very, very simple. You make it about one thing. It's like memberships and efficiency. If I just sum up what you guys do, what you're all about in 2 words, it's memberships and efficiency. But the efficiency, those two things are tied together.
That's it.
Right? So I just think of it this way. If what you're doing is a pain in the ass to customers, stop doing it.
Yeah.
If you're creating barriers, if you're creating, chasm between you and the customer, because, hey, you know what? You don't want to void your warranty. You don't just stop creating the barrier and just make it simple.
I'm gonna tell y'all something else. So we use a company called Searchlight, and they provide all the data on where our ads are and what's working, what's not working. They do an excellent job, and it's tied into our Sarah, and so they know what type of call it was. They know everything about it. And we were having a meeting with them last week before the holiday, and they were like, "Your branding is off the charts. We don't see numbers like this." And what they mean by branding is the word Billy Go, right? In Billy Go, 94% of our call volume comes from people Googling the word Billy Go, not HVAC company, or AC repair, or water heater leak, slab leak, whatever, drain clog, whatever. Our majority of our business comes from our branded free SEO position. Okay? It comes from that because we did exactly what you said. We built our business on the membership, not the plumbing company, not the HVAC company, on the membership, on the convenience, on the 1 hour appointments, on the online booking. We don't talk about plumbing and air conditioning when we're marketing. We brand what we can do for the customer. And therefore, the numbers that I think the number they threw out, and I could be corrected on this, I could be off a little bit, but I think my average call price is like $3.63. And let me repeat that. That is not I didn't mess up. $3.63 is what I've got. And Tim, our producer.
That's your average cost per call.
Yeah. I'll have Tim find that data and we're going to post it. And like I said, I might be off by a few pennies or whatever, but the point is memberships cut your marketing costs. The right messaging cuts your marketing costs, right? And so that is the point here. So let's get to, the meat of what we wanted to talk about today. 500, if you can get 500 memberships, and I know this sounds like a really big number because there's not many companies that get 500 maintenance agreements in their history, much less per $1 million of revenue each year, right? But the fact that you don't have to sell memberships because they come with a discount, and the discount always saves them more money than the cost of the membership because we offer one membership and one membership only, and only one membership per household, not per system, because we're not doing maintenance with this membership. We're just making them a member, just like going to Costco when you show your little card and you walk in. You're like, here I am. I'm a member. Thank you. I'm a badass, right? And you walk in and you start shopping. Same thing here. It's the same concept. And when you get to that level of 500 members per million, you now have the ability to decide your own growth each year. Because those 500 memberships will provide you with enough old equipment for you to sell to or replace or upgrade, or factory refreshes that we do, repairs. And because we didn't obligate them to a maintenance agreement, and we didn't tell them when we were selling the maintenance agreement that it would void their warranty if they didn't do it, or if they did it, their air conditioner would last longer. If you tell a customer that if they have a maintenance agreement with you, that their air conditioner is going to last longer, what do you think they're going to say when you need to sell them, when you're trying to sell them something in the off season? You already told them they don't need anything. That's the whole way. That's the whole problem with the maintenance agreement, right? I mean, it worked again. It worked in the 80s.
Even with like tune-up advertising, right? You see a lot of people like that have their pricing. Here's what a service call is. Here's what the cost of a tune-up is. So people would call in and say, or like I used to do a lot of work with Home Depot, and so we'd have these leads come in and like, oh yeah, I want the $49 tune-up or the $39 tune-up, and we'd say okay, and ask the questions. Then you get there, and inevitably their system's not working, right? It's like, well, we can't tune up a system that's dead. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
Like, well, just give it a tune-up and it'll fix everything. They just assume that the tune-up is what they need and what will keep it going, what will fix it, and it's just not the case, right?
No, sir, it is not. And like you said earlier, I built a business based on this membership program, not on repairs, not on equipment replacement. All that comes because we built a business on the membership program first. And so 500 per million. In most areas, I'm assuming every house has at least one air conditioner. Down here in the South and in the Texas, I think the average in my service area, my average air conditioner is about 2.2 per household. I think we've sold slightly over 8,000 of these memberships. That's 17,600 air conditioners that are under membership. Let me repeat that. 17,600 air conditioners that I have model number, serial number, age, all the pertinent information, repair history, everything. I have it all. 17,600. All right. The average lifespan of an air conditioner is 12 years. That would be an 8% when you do the math. That's 8% of your total amount of air conditioners. So 8% of 17,600 are going to have a catastrophic failure each year. Okay. Now that may mean that I only get a capacitor. That may mean I only get a condenser. That may mean I get a coil. That may mean I get a complete. Whatever it means. 8% of them.
1,500 shots on goal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. 1,500. Is that the math? Sounds about right, right?
Yeah.
1,500 opportunities. Well, let's say I sold 10% of those as a complete. Just 10% of the 8%. That's 150 air conditioners. Average price, $15,000. Right? Does that sound right? Is that about right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to actually have to use my calculator here. So bear with me just a second. Oh,
I ran out of toes.
150. Yeah, I did too. 15,000. And then we're looking at $2.25 million with zero marketing cost. Hello.
So it's not the $50,000 in recurring revenue that you care so much about. That's a nice to have, right? But
Well, let's back that up. 8,000 times 99 per household is how much? What do you think that is?
that'd be 8. Let's see, 10 would be 80, so 800.
That's right. $792,000. Landon, what do you think I'd do with that $792,000?
I don't know. You're not getting me better camera equipment, that's for sure.
We got you the best cameras possible. What's your problem? The cameras only show what they see. All right, back on task here. $792,000. Oh, $792,000. Come on. What do you think I'd do with that, Landon? Come on. Other than trying to buy you better and better cameras.
I'd assume lead generation and marketing.
It goes right into my marketing budget. You bet. And who am I marketing to? More
People that aren't
members.
on the membership.
More members. More customers. And I let my customers do what? I let them pay for it. I don't pay for anything, ever. I never will. We're in business. We're not in business to pay for stuff. We're in business to have our customers pay for everything. Right? Think about that for a second. Do you give stuff away? Then you're paying for it. Make your customers pay for everything. Everything.
Yeah.
So $792,000. Let's just divide that by 12. I get $66,000 for marketing every month. Whoa. That's pretty substantial. That'll help drive your marketing costs down, wouldn't it? When you're getting your customers to pay for it. And so this is the dollars and cents of this. Not only that, we just created, I don't know, what was that number? $2.5 million in potential repairs and replacements at 8% and 10% of the 8%. I mean, I'm cutting this down to the smallest numbers I can, and I'd still come up with a big number. So $2.5 million in repairs, replacements, and another 700, call it 800,000. Now we're looking at $3.3 million, all from selling those memberships, those 8,000 memberships, right?
Power of compounding.
Yeah, 3.3 million. And so, and I didn't have to market for it. So my marketing cost is virtually zero, right? That's the beauty. All right. So not only does that happen, you have, how many people would it take? Let's just pretend that if I wanted to run a tune-up special and I wanted to tell every single member, which we don't ever talk to anyone under 9 years old. Everything over 9 years old, we tell them that we have a special this month and it's a tune-up. But if it's under 9 years old, we're not talking to them. So I'm not obligated, right? Where a maintenance agreement does what? Obligates you to the 1 year, to the 9 years and under. You know what's even crazier? When do we sell the most memberships in a company? When we sell them a new equipment.
Yep.
So now you're obligating yourself to go maintain.
That's always been a big rub for me. And this is, I've had lots of, heated arguments, and this is where some social media, Facebooking kind of got into it back in the day. But I don't believe that these maintenance agreements are of value when you give them away on new equipment and you just, you have to go out and service new equipment for the next 7 years. If you did the job right the first time and you did everything they needed to do and actually, was a full service company, you shouldn't be out there. So now you're going to lose money for the next 7 years, massive opportunity.
And you're going to go twice.
It's ridiculous.
It's so crazy. So we're talking about the exact opposite of what we're talking about. The numbers that I'm spewing out, the 3.3 million. If I had to do it on the maintenance agreement program, I'd probably be losing 3.3 million.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That's massive. And I'm just guessing there. I'm just using the same number, but the whole point is the majority of the memberships in a company are for the equipment that they've sold very recently. That is really the truth.
Pat themselves on the back for that one.
Yeah. And so you can sell them membership on a new system. And if you do plumbing, you still do that. Or when you're out there doing plumbing, you can talk to them about ductwork or whatever it is you didn't get the last time. And, and they're going to call you for plumbing work too. So it's the whole idea here is how do we get the customer to pay for everything, which is what we need to do in this industry. I mean,
so the customer, if you think about it, let's just say you had a bad month and you lost 50 grand, 100 grand, I don't know, whatever a bad month is for somebody, right? Because they didn't make money and they lost 100 grand. That means, I don't know how many customers you serviced in that period of time, but you need to go back and look at that. If you serviced 200 customers that month, that means you personally subsidized your own Billy Stevens welfare, to all of your customers that month. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm a capitalist. And so you tell me that you lost money in a month, that's telling me that you were okay with taking money out of your pocket and subsidizing everybody else's stuff. That's being a socialist.
Yeah, exactly what it is. Get rid of the mindset that you got to make all your money in the summer so that you can survive the winter. We've got to get out of that mindset. And the coaching that's happening in this mindset is crazy. The air conditioning can be a 12-month-a-year business with a membership program. And you don't even have to work that hard at it. And you create a 12-month-a-year business. Dallas-Fort Worth is notoriously hot here, but this year we are just literally getting rain all the time. And so we're not getting that 100-degree temp. It's raining every week. And there's a lot of companies in a lot of trouble here right now. And we're just trucking along. You know why? Because if the demand isn't there, the members are. And so we're trucking along. We're selling equipment. We're doing all these things. We're up massively. I think we're up 60% when people are laying off. And this memberships, boys and girls, if you're listening to this, I'm telling you right now, is because we have all those memberships and now we can offer stuff. I mean, I've never done tune-ups in July. We're doing tune-ups in July, my man. Because it's just the way it is. The economy's bad. Whatever the reasons are. It's just not hot here. It doesn't matter to us. We don't care. We're still trucking. Can't keep up. People coming in the doors weekly wanting a job. Yeah. If they're good enough, we hire them. Now we grow them and we're prepared. We always have 3 brand new trucks sitting out back just in case someone walks in the door.
What percentage of your customers, I'm sure you got the data. I don't mean to put you on the spot because I didn't talk about this in advance at all. But what percentage of your customers buy a membership, do you think?
Great question. I don't know exactly, but I can ballpark it for you. I would say somewhere around I'll tell you what, we have about 28,000 customers. So 8,000 memberships. What is that? 30%.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Do you have a target? I mean, obviously the more the merrier, right?
The more the merrier, but yeah, that's about what we target for. If we can get 20 to 30% of the customer base on the membership. That's what we want to do. And so to us, that's great. I mean, again, I'm generating $800K in membership fees. I'm generating, $2.5 million in additional work for no marketing cost. So that's working for us. We did 13.6 last year. We'll probably do 21 million this year. So, I mean, it's working. It's working great. And so, but not only that, what does the 500 memberships per million also provide for you? So what I mean by that is you got a $3 million company, you should have at least 1,500. Okay. And if we hit our 20 million mark, we should have 10,000. That's what the goal is, right? We should have sold 10,000 memberships over the course of the growth, or maintain 10,000 members, not sell 10,000 more. Let me clarify that. And so now, if I look at my data on all this equipment, and I pull the report right out of Sarah, and it says I want to see every customer with something 10 years old or older. I just put in 10 years, poop, it shows every single customer. We do a mail out. We talk about how we're doing a special or a sale. We're putting it on sale, or whatever we tell them, right? And then we motivate that customer base, and it's so successful that let's just say that it's 5,000 customers that fit that criteria. We accidentally sent out all 5,000 one time and made a lot of people mad. We couldn't control the volume. And so we fell on our face pretty bad because they do respond. And so the lesson learned is we put it in bite-sized chunks. We'll do 1,000, and then we'll do the 1,000 3 or 4 times before we move to the second 1,000. Because maybe it gets hot.
Have you ever done a membership card?
We did.
I played around with that a couple of times.
But people don't want that in their wallet. They don't want to keep up with that. And so what we do now is a virtual certificate. It's a virtual certificate. And so it lives in the customer portal that we have on Sarah. And so they always see that they're a member. It's, it's there. They got a certificate. It's official. It's got a seal. It's got my signature. You're lucky. You lucky devil, you got this membership. It's one of those things. And so that's how we do it. Yeah, we tried the doing the little credit card thing, and people's like, I don't want that.
Yeah, it's chintzy.
Yeah,
don't want it. It's the same thing. I'm sure you remember a while back this little online feud I had with this guy that said memberships are dead, and so we went back and forth over that. But he's got this thermostat thing that you put on the wall, and it's supposed to like put your logo up there and do all this crap, and it's not a bad looking thermostat, but I can't for the life of me understand why somebody would want to put the Billy Go logo on their mantle, as much as they may like it and it may be great. Like, they don't want that crap in their house. It's dumb, right? Like, you're putting these barriers in front. Like, it's the same thing with the card. It's like, it's a good idea in theory, but you're not thinking about what the customer wants, and the customer doesn't want that.
Well, they don't want to pay $500 for a new thermostat when there's nothing wrong with the thermostat they have. So the only thermostats that are getting installed are when they sell new equipment, and therefore now there's no reason to have a thermostat to give you any info because it's brand new equipment.
Yeah, it's that they all do the same stuff too.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you go? It's tangent, but like, why would you just decide to go compete with Honeywell and Emerson and Google? It just doesn't make sense. But anyways,
well, it's all about keeping it simple, and that's what I'm all about. I'm just keep it simple. I just make it so easy for a customer to make a decision. Right? That's all we're trying to do. How do we not confuse our text? Number one. How do we not confuse the people answering the phones? Number two. And then number three, how do we not confuse a person that we want to buy from us? And if we can not do all that then we're going to succeed. Yeah. And I think we complicate things. It goes to the shiny object syndrome that, we talk about a lot. I mean, everybody sees these shiny objects, and on the surface, they are shiny. And it is everything that I always thought we needed. And then they just don't work. It doesn't do anything for the business. The return on investment is not there. And so just keep it simple for the customer. I think a lot of the shiny objects we buy and that are offered out there in the space right now are for the contractor and not for the customer. There's really not anything out there for the customer. And we build everything for the customer. And I think that's why we've been extremely successful at Sarah, because when we started Billy Go, because we needed a company to test the Sarah product, Well, it didn't matter how great of an admin I had in the very beginning. It didn't matter. Any of that didn't matter because we didn't have really any software. So what was the most important thing? What was the first thing we built? We built something that the customer would like. And so we built the customer portal. And then we built the 1 hour appointments because literally, I'll be honest with everybody here. I didn't know if 1 hour appointments would work. I mean, on the surface, as an industry, we can't even make a half day window, right? Most of the time. Yeah. And so saying a 1 hour appointment is just virtually impossible or stupid. I'll be honest with you. It was dumb idea, but I could tell you why I did it. I didn't have any customers. So when you don't have any customers and you're getting one at a time, it's amazing how quickly you can get there. And so the concept was, let's do this as marketing. And then we're like, this is kind of interesting. We're reading all the 5-star reviews and we're reading the chatter on the social media about this 1 hour appointment thing. And we're like, well, we need to build something that can scale so we can do this all the time. And, 6 years later, I'm still doing it. $20 million company, and we're offering these 1 hour windows. And there's a lot of things that happen from that too, right? We don't work our guys to death. We don't confuse everybody. We don't overfill the board. We got more structure, more harmony, less chaos. And what a marketing message. Oh my gosh. What a marketing message that I have, that our Sarah customers have that do the 1 hour appointment. You talk about that and your business it'll stay busy. Because what are we doing? We're thinking about the customer. What does the customer want? They want loyalty. They want memberships. They want stickiness. They want a deal. They don't want a tune-up. They want a deal. So let's give them a deal. They want good service, fast service. They don't want a tune-up. They want fast service. Yep. They want the deal.
They want minimum friction.
That's right. Yep. Get rid of the friction. Same way with dispatch fees. Oh, that's a whole nother show. Gosh, I don't even want to go there. Get me off topic here. So the whole concept behind Sarah was to actually do what no one else was even thinking about, and that was the actual people that buy from us. When everybody out there runs a business and they're in the meat of it all during the day, hair's on fire, you're doing everything you can to make this business work, off season, on season, all this stuff you're doing. And we've been so coached to get the best calls and all that, which we should, right? But what this has done is when we're getting coached constantly about, doing the best calls, doing this, doing that, we forgot the pain that person on the other line and the other end of the phone is going through. We don't think about that one single time all day long. We have been so overcoached on so many different things that we forgot about the customer. We claim we have great customer service. We don't. We have the most terrible customer service of any industry. I'm surprised we don't get talked about. They blame the cable guy. We didn't get the blame, fortunately. But our service is worse than the cable guy. We can't give definite answers. And we really don't care. We just want to book calls. That's what we're told to do. We don't even look at them as individuals on the other end of the phone going through the heck. You got 3 babies, no AC, or roofs, ceilings flooded, water heater busted, whatever. We don't care. We're not even thinking about that. What is the first thing that pops out of a business owner's mouth or a CSR's mouth or a dispatcher's mouth when that water heater's flooding the house? We got a good one. We got a good one. Let's get some money. Let's put our seller on it. Not one time did they think, damn, I'm glad that's not me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I will tell you, I think that the best technicians and the best communicating technicians, the ones that that's going to be in trouble for saying this, but the honest ones, because there's definitely some people in our industry that are not. But I believe that the best techs, the highest performing techs and salespeople are the ones that actually do that, though. right? They go there, they empathize with them, they understand their situation. It's not how do I fix the machine? It's like what's happening? What has this done to their life, and why are they calling me? And you know, like how are they going to feel when I resolve this? That will help me formulate my options, not the machine.
Yep.
And I think if everybody took that approach, everybody be a whole hell of a lot more successful.
They absolutely would. And it starts from the top. If the owner's more interested about that big call and not even mentioning or even thinking about the stress the customer's going through, what are the employees going to think about? Same thing.
Yeah.
Starts at the top.
Yeah.
It does. But you know what? Rightfully so. We want the best calls. We want the most profitable calls, right? We do. We're doing everything we can. But to get the more of them, you need to have no barriers for that customer. You need to make it easy for them to do something for you. You have to get raving fans on social media from other customers because of what happened. Ain't nothing gets us 5-star reviews more than a customer going, they came on time. They write it every time. That's one of the first things they write. Literally came on time when they said they were going to be here. That's what they write. Well, guess what? What are you going to do when you're reading reviews and you see this and no one else is saying it on any other reviews? Case closed.
Yep. Didn't waste my time. Yep.
Right. And so
That's
that
great.
membership makes them feel like you care. Back to that membership, right? That's our little sidebar. Getting back to the membership and its value is it makes them feel like you care. It makes them feel like you're a part of something. And it doesn't kill your profits every year when you're like a maintenance agreement does. Because, again, I'll repeat, the majority of your maintenance agreements, if you don't believe me, when this is over, please watch. Continue to watch. Go count. You got your memberships, and I bet you majority of them are equipment under 9 years old. Shoot, I bet the majority of them is equipment under 6 years old. So that's the problem. And we can solve that problem with multiple memberships, as many memberships as possible. So today, I just wanted to do the dollars and cents, and one of the things we didn't quite hit on, and we can do this in part 3 of this series, is how much you can grow your business because of the amount of memberships you have. We go back to that 500 members per million.
What does it do for the value of your business?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The value is crazy, the additional value of the company, but also you're able to hire in the off season. So you can get the best techs in December and January every year. If you live in the South, I guess, if you live in the North, I don't know what's busier for you, summer or winter. I'm not sure, maybe both. But whatever your shoulder season is, that's when you can grab the best techs if you have work for them. And so when you have 17,600 air conditioners and around 2,000 of them are over the age of 10, that's a lot of tune-ups. How many can you do in a day? 2,000. There's 2,000 over the age of 10. What, 3 a day?
You got two per house. So
house. Four per tech a day. What was that? Yep. 500. 500 over a day. I mean, 4 a day for 500 days. And if you got 10 techs, it's for 50 days. Well, that's 2 full months of nothing but 10 plus years.
Yep.
Pretty good success ratio right there, buddy. And you show that to a top performing tech at a competitor. And so I'll show you nothing but 10 plus year old equipment all winter. If you come over here, what are they going to do?
Yeah. That's
here they come.
That's beautiful.
Here they come. All right. So we'll get in more detail into that. How it helps you build your business and get techs in the door. Plumbers and AC technicians definitely will come running once you have this membership base built up. So till next time, I want to thank everybody for watching this. And what do you have to say there to end the show there, Mr. Brewer?
Well, if you want to be friends with benefits with Billy, The first thing you have to do is make sure you like and subscribe. Then he'll hit you up and he'll be in your DMs. Is that what that is? No, I don't know. Something like that.
Oh, these California guys. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you next week.
No BS with Billy and Landon is produced and delivered to you by Sarah Systems. At Sarah Systems, we've created a better way to run your home service business and unlock unprecedented growth. Our field service software was designed by real home service professionals to help you save steps, charge for previously unbillable time, and win more business. But the true change requires more than software. Our live coaching helps you understand and control the aspects of your business that matter most. It's about time for a new era of service, and we're leading the way. If you're ready to join the hundreds of other contractors who've been able to increase profit margins more than 50% within 6 months, visit Sarah.tech today. That's Sarah, SERA.tech today.